Okay, and then I will go ahead and let our registrar's office team introduce themselves, and then we can get started.
Perfect. So I guess I will start. My name is Dana. I am the graduation officer here at Lewis University. And today I'll just be going over some information on what to expect at our May 2024 commencement ceremonies.
I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Jason Heidenfelder. I'm the Assistant Provost for Registration and Records and the Director of the Registrar's Office. Thank you.
Okay, thank you both. And Dana, if you want to kind of go through the website and important information that they need to know.
Definitely. Okay. So first and foremost is for graduation, the most important part to do is make sure you have applied. Our May graduation application deadline was February 1st. If you are expected to complete your program at the end of the May semester, end of spring semester, and you have not applied for May, do make sure you do that late appeal process. Submit your August graduation application, do that late appeal form, and get that over to the Office of the Register to see if you can be considered for the May graduation. Everyone else, if you have applied for May graduation, an email just went out today about your graduation status. So you'll want to make sure you check that, make sure everything's on set for you to go for graduation. Some information as we get a little bit closer to May, one of the big components is our ceremony. For the May graduation, we have 4 ceremonies. The ceremonies are based off of your level. So are you an undergraduate or a graduate student at Lewis University? And then by your college, what is your program under? So the screen right now that you're seeing is our commencement weekend schedule. All of this information is available on our Lewis University commencement webpage. So if you have any questions, do feel free to reach out to the registrar's office staff, but a lot of the information is available here on our website. So the first part we'll go over is our weekend schedule and the breakdown. So we have one ceremony on Friday, May 10th. This ceremony is for graduate level students. So those students earning a master's degree or doctoral degree who are under the College of Business or under the College of Education and Social Science. So that ceremony is only for graduate students in those 2 colleges. Our ceremony start time is 7 p.m. As a graduate, as a candidate for that ceremony, you will need to arrive at 6 p.m. for check-in. Check-in is 1 hour prior to ceremony start time. It's very important to arrive early, arrive on time, make sure you get checked in. Students who are late may not be able to participate in their ceremony. We then have 3 ceremonies going on Saturday. So Saturday, May 11th, we have a morning graduate degree ceremony. So that's for our master's and doctoral students who are in the College of Aviation Science and Technology and in the College of Nursing and Health Science. So if you're pursuing a degree in either 2 of those colleges at the graduate level, your ceremony time is at 9 a.m. right here. So you'll want to be there on campus at 8 a.m. bright and early for your check-in. We then have 2 undergraduate degree ceremonies. We have our afternoon undergraduate degree ceremony at 1 p.m. That's for students who are earning a bachelor's degree or an associate's degree, and they're in the College of Aviation Science and Technology, Nursing and Health Science, or Humanities, Fine Arts, and Communication. And for our 1 p.m. ceremony, you'll want to be there at noon. So check-in will be at noon for graduates for that ceremony. And then our last ceremony is the evening undergraduate degree ceremony. That is for undergraduate students who are earning a bachelor's degree or an associate's degree in the College of Business or Education and Social Science. And that ceremony time is at 5 p.m. So as a candidate for that ceremony, you'll want to arrive at 4 p.m. So first, that's just kind of the breakdown of our ceremonies. Are there any questions about that?
You can feel free to unmute yourself, or you could also drop your questions in the chat.
Okay. So I'm not seeing any questions, so we're just going to continue on.
Sorry,
So yeah.
I have a question. So
Mhm.
should we have to in commencement mass? Should we have to attend in
Oh,
commencement mass?
commencement mass is optional. So students who want to attend that can register for it on the commencement webpage, but that's an optional. The ceremonies are also optional, but if you want to participate in your ceremony, those are the dates below. And but the mass
Thank
is
you.
also optional. So next, what we'll do is we're going to go over what you would need for your ceremony. So first, in addition to applying for the May graduation, on it being cleared for graduation, so meaning you have a graduation status that says you're cleared pending your final requirements. Students will also need to make sure they have their cap and gown. So our deadline for the cap and gown is approaching and it's April 1st. So if you've not already done so, you will want to make sure you order your cap and gown. It could be done right here on the commencement webpage. You would order your gown, and you do need your cap and gown to participate in the ceremony. So if you've not already, do make sure you order your cap and gown. The next piece of information we'll go over is tickets. So graduation tickets are about to be released next week for students who are eligible for graduation. As a candidate, you do not need a ticket for your assigned ceremony, but any guest that is coming to the ceremony, even infants or children, will need a ticket. So candidates are eligible for 7 tickets. To be eligible for tickets, you need a clear, accept final grades, or cleared for graduation status in your degree works, and no business office holds on your account. So a business office hold graduation, business office hold, or business office hold compliance, those will all prevent ticket eligibility. So if you have that on your account, you want to contact the business office, get that resolved to make sure you can get your tickets, no problem. A registered graduation hold does not impact your ticket eligibility. So right over here on this page is just our information regarding graduation tickets. So next, what we're going to talk about is commencement participation. So during the commencement ceremony, there are a couple of things you can expect from the university and what the university will ask of the participants. So to participate in commencement, you do need to have, your cap and gown, have applied for the May graduation, and be cleared for graduation. In addition, you do need to make sure you arrive on time. So again, arrive 1 hour prior to the start time of your ceremony. When you arrive, candidates will be provided what we call a line card. That line card has your name on it and your assigned number. It's very important to keep that information with you at all times. We will put you in what we call number order to have you walk across the stage. So we'll have you in a assigned seat. Commencement staff will let you know when it's time to get up from your seat and go to the staging area. When we are at that staging area, we'll collect your line cards to have you go across stage, get your diploma cover, get your photo taken. There'll be commencement staff at the end of the stage to walk you back to your seat. You will need to remain in your seat for the remainder of the commencement ceremony, and staff will come at the end of the ceremony to release you from your seats. So that's kind of what the commencement ceremony will look like. Is there any questions on that? Oh, and I see someone asking about what exactly will we know our ceremony time. So you'll know based off your level and your college. So we're going to go back really quick to the commencement weekend, and actually what we'll do is we're going to go to the May 2024 graduation processing and policy document. This document was emailed to all students, but it's also available on the webpage. So right here is an example of how do you know what your ceremony is. So when you're looking at your degree works page, you're going to see a level tab. So that's going to tell you, are you a graduate or are you an undergraduate? And then right over here in your degree works, you're going to see your college. So those two pieces of information will tell you your ceremony. So For this student here, they are graduate level and they are in the College of Business. So their ceremony is graduate degree ceremony for College of Business on Friday, May 10th at 7 p.m. Are there any other questions?
I don't see any right now, so we can go ahead and move forward.
Okay. So go back here. So a lot of the questions that might come up with graduation, there is an FAQ page, and we'll kind of go over those of what to expect. So again, our ceremony dates are May 10th and May 11th, but in your degree works page, you might see this date of May 17th, and you might say, what is this? So this is our official graduation date. That is the date that's going to be on your diploma. It's going to be on your transcript. There is not a ceremony on this date. This date is just when we will start awarding degrees for May candidates. So again, the graduation walk or our ceremony are May 10th and May 11th. But our official graduation date is May 17th. So that is the date that will be displayed on transcripts, on diplomas, when you'll start seeing that information that your degree has been awarded. We also have, when will I receive my diploma? So you do not actually get your physical diploma at the ceremony. You will just get your diploma cover. 6 to 8 weeks after our graduation date, the diploma is mailed to you. So it's mailed to that address on your graduation application. We are only able to mail it to USPS addresses. So if you are using an international address, you would want to contact us. You can either have it shipped to the office of the register and have someone pick it up for you in our office, or you can pick it up in our office. Or you can provide us with like a FedEx box if you like it shipped to an international address, and we can ship it there. So if you have put that information on your graduation application, you need to update it, let us know. You can send us an email at register@louisu.edu. Also very important, if you are moving after graduation or you're relocating and you're not exactly sure where you'll be in 6 to 8 weeks, please reach out to us. We can have your diploma shipped to the office of the register. So that way once your diploma has arrived, we can contact you and you can tell us where you want it shipped if you're not quite sure at this time where you'll be 6 to 8 weeks after graduation. But your diploma is not provided at the ceremony. It is mailed to you 6 to 8 weeks after graduation. So what will be on your diploma? Your diploma will have your name and you have your degree earned. It does not have your major, minor, concentration, or specialized information on there. It is just your major or your degree and your name. We also have some just other information here that you might want regarding graduation, our requirements for honors, that is at the undergraduate level, and then what you need to participate in the degree ceremony. Again, we kind of talked about this, but you do need to be cleared for graduation. You must have your cap and gown. You need to arrive 1 hour before your ceremony start time to check in and get your line card, so that you're all set to go for that ceremony. You're not required to participate in your degree ceremony. It is optional. But that is some just general information on that. And then we have a section right here about if you are needing an invite letter, how to go about requesting that invite letter for the May ceremonies. So is there any questions on this? Okay. If not, Angie, I think it might be a good time to go back to the PowerPoint.
Sure.
And I'll
Okay.
stop sharing.
Okay. Thank you, Dana. All right, I am going to go ahead and start sharing this. So I'm just going to go over a couple of important items that are, that are helpful for you to know about the ceremony. It might be different from a ceremony that you're used to in your home country. And so there are some things that are unique to US ceremonies and specifically at Lewis University that, that you should be aware of. So so on the actual ceremony day, on commencement day, there will be an introduction. So you'll be seated, and then there will be people up on the stage that are talking and providing information. And then after the introductory remarks are read, the names of the students will be read and they will cross the stage and move forward. So everyone's name will be read. It's really important to arrive on time. That means early. So if your ceremony is at 9:00 a.m., as Dana mentioned earlier, it's very important for you to actually arrive closer to 8:00 a.m. so that you can get your information, be in your appropriate seat, etc. On the programs that on which your names will be read from, if you're not there on time, then your name is going to go at the very end of the list, and it's going to be hard for people to follow the program. So I would really highly recommend that you do everything that you can to plan for traffic and everything, arrive on time, and then it makes it a more enjoyable day, not only for you, but for everyone else around you. So when you cross the stage, and I'll talk a little bit more about this later, I think, but it's important to have your hands free, because you will be, if you choose to, you will be shaking the hands of the people that are up on the stage to give your diploma or your diploma cover to you. So you'll be shaking hands, and then you will be taking a picture. If you have like things like a cell phone or things in your hand, first of all, it's not appropriate. And second of all, it's just going to complicate things whenever you're crossing the stage. Absolutely no cell phone should be on while crossing the stage. Believe me, we have had that happen in the past. And it's not professional. It's not an appropriate time for that to happen. So all of your phones, they should be tucked away in a pocket or a bag, a purse, a coat, or with a family member. They should not be in your hands for the duration of the ceremony. And then, yes, if for cultural reasons you are not able to shake a hand of like someone of the opposite gender, you can just close your hands together, kind of like this, and then kind of nod. So that is, there are some students who find themselves in that situation, but that's kind of just a quick overview of that. Now, another thing, as I mentioned, arrive early. So even 8:00, it may seem like it's really early, but other people and Americans are accustomed to arriving early. Early meaning like 8:00 for a 9:00 event. So it will be busy in there at 8:30. You want to make sure that you get there on the earlier end so that you can make sure that you know where to go. Also, because the ceremony is a little bit different than what you might be used to, it's good for you to familiarize yourself, ask any questions that you need to, so that you can be enjoying the day. Again, so that's just a reminder on that. This is something that Dana mentioned earlier, but I really, really want to make sure that you all understand this. We have had issues with this in the past, and it's very disruptive to all of the students, including your families. But out of respect for other graduating students and their families, they've also graduated, please inform your guests. So whoever is coming to attend the ceremony to watch you graduate, maybe you know this, but maybe they don't know it. So please, take a couple of minutes and just say, hey, it's really important that we don't talk and like have a lot of, really celebratory experiences before everyone's name is called. That happens at the very end. So when everyone crosses the stage, everyone gets their temporary diploma and everyone finishes that, then it is time. There will be some concluding remarks and it will be time to celebrate. The time to celebrate is not during the ceremony, and it's very, very disruptive if people are standing up and leaving during the ceremony. So if you could just also please inform your guests that it's important to remain seated. It's polite and respectful to remain seated until the ceremony is finished. The ceremony does not last super long, but it lasts longer if there's a lot of commotion in the audience. So in order to make it run smoothly, quickly, everyone's name can be heard. That would be really helpful if you could advise your guest that as well. I already mentioned the phones, but I wanted to put it here so you can see it visually as well. Don't even intend to use your phone during the ceremony. Just enjoy the time. You've worked really hard to get to this point, and it's a time for you to really kind of reflect on that and also enjoy the celebration of you and your classmates at that time. So just put the phone away until the end, please. As I mentioned, continue with the phone theme, talking, texting, even taking photos with your phone as a graduate. I mean, your families can be in the back taking photos, but you should not be doing that as a student. That's just something that you wouldn't do in this particular setting. And yeah, we talked about that. There will be a time after the ceremony where you will have plenty of time to find the people that you want to take pictures with and take pictures with them. You can be happy and, jovial and I wouldn't say loud, but you can talk and you can celebrate after the ceremony is over. So it's not like we're saying, don't celebrate, because we really want you to. There's just a time and a place for that. And the time is after the ceremony is actually finished. Yes. And that is really all that I have, but I did want to open that up to questions. I know that it might be a different process in your home country. If you have any questions about what the expected behavior is during a ceremony, a commencement ceremony, I'm happy to answer that to the best of my ability, either in the chat or you can unmute yourself if you'd like.
I had a general question. When I applied for graduation, I selected undecided for my ceremony. When do I switch that, or how do people know that I want to participate in the ceremony?
So that would be a question for me. So you don't need to switch it. We do not go off attendance based off of that graduation application. So you do not need to switch your application. If you do decide you want to attend, you'll want to make sure you have that graduation eligibility, as we talked about before, your graduation status. You have your cap and gown, and then you arrive to your ceremony. So you don't need to switch it. You'll just want to make sure you do meet those three pieces of information. And then do just make sure you're checking your emails. So if you want tickets for guests or family on that end, but you do not need to change the graduation application.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I do have one other thing that I'm thinking of frequently asked questions from the past. There will not be like food during the ceremony or like even after, as far as I'm aware. So that is something else that is important to plan. So if people there need to have like a snack or something, they can bring a snack with them and put it in their bag or something and have it like after the ceremony is over. And then also something that's customary for US students is to go out to eat after the ceremony has finished. So making reservations at a restaurant is usually a really traditional thing that we do here. Usually it's something more that the family wants to celebrate together, or the friends, or whoever your guests are. It's more, so we have the public achievement recognition, right, during the commencement ceremony, but then usually what happens after is personal to the family. So that's kind of how it works. I just don't want people to expect that there's going to be like a huge banquet or something afterwards, because there won't be.
So I see a question about extra tickets. Extra tickets are not guaranteed, but students can request additional tickets when they redeem their initial tickets. So you'll want to be sure you're checking the email for the ticket email, because you will need to redeem your initial tickets. And during that process, there is an option to be added to the wait list. So I'd say if there's not too many questions, we do say just want to highlight, make sure check in. You do get here an hour before your ceremony. It is extremely important. You are here an hour before. So if your ceremony is that Friday at 7 p.m., you'll want to arrive here at 6 p.m. to check in. If you are at 9 a.m. in the morning, that is 8 a.m. It's a little bit early for us. Afternoon, your ceremony's at 1 p.m. You'll want to arrive at 12. And if your ceremony's that evening, 5 p.m., you'll want to arrive at 4 p.m. Because students do need to get checked in. They need to get their line card. Make sure you have your cap and gown with you. Get on your assigned line number. We do have all numbers that are on the floor. So students will be standing on their assigned number and we will walk you to your seat. So it is very important that you check in early, get here on time, and then, for the ceremony so that you don't miss it. You get to be a part.
Yes, and thank you all for being here, and thank you to Dana and Jason for attending as well. We appreciate this collaboration with your offices. We try to provide as much transparency as we can, especially for important events like this. So if students do have questions, afterwards, you can feel free to contact the registrar's office directly at registrar.louisu.edu, or you can email us at the ISGSS email, and we can definitely forward that on if it's something that we are not able to answer ourselves. So I appreciate everyone. This is recorded, so it will be sent to you and to other students who were not able to make the live session today. But I wanted to congratulate everyone on their achievements. It's really quite an accomplishment to be able to finish everything. And for many of you in another language, that's not your first. So we're very proud of your accomplishment, and we hope for the best for you moving forward.
Hold on. Yeah, so the email has all gone out regarding ceremony information. So it does come from the Office of the Register. The subject lines are May 2024 graduation. So you'll want to make sure that you're checking your email regarding graduation information. It is also available on the commencement webpage, our ceremony times and dates. So again, we have one ceremony on Friday, May 10th. And give me one moment. We can go over really quick just what that breakdown will be again. So Friday, May 10th is our graduate degree students in the College of Business and Education and Social Science. On Saturday, May 11th, we have the morning graduate degree ceremony at 9 a.m. for students in aviation science and technology and nursing and health science. We have the afternoon undergraduate degree ceremony at 1 p.m. for undergraduate students in aviation science technology, nursing health science, and humanities, fine arts, and communications. And then the evening undergraduate degree ceremony at 5 p.m. for students in the College of Business and Education and Social Science. But it's also, yep, I see the link is already there. So it is also there. And then it is in the emails as well. So do be sure to be checking your emails. We send out information every Friday with updates regarding graduation. Are there any other questions? Okay. So the next, so then the next email, just to keep an eye out for, and then the next email, just to keep an eye out for is next week is the ticket information. So do be checking your Lewis student email as that will go out next week.
All right. Thank you, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Friday and have a lovely weekend. Thank you.